What exactly is the country of China? It's not just a land of ancient dynasties or bustling megacities. Today, China is a global powerhouse, the world's second-largest economy, a manufacturing titan, and a technological super engine that's reshaping the planet in real time. In 2024 alone, China's GDP surged to 18.6 trillion USD, accounting for 17% of the global economy. Its per capita GDP now stands just $553 below the threshold for high-income status. But this is only the ignition. The real story of China begins deep inside the machine, where raw power meets precision and ambition scales to national size. Let's take you inside the most complex, most misunderstood, and most fascinating nation on Earth.
The engine of the world. China is no longer the factory of cheap goods. It is now the heart of global manufacturing, ranking #1 for 15 straight years, producing over 30% of the world's output, more than the combined total of the next 9 countries. This dominance isn't random, it's systematic. China is the only country on Earth with a complete industrial chain, 41 major categories, 207 mid-level sectors, and 666 specific industries. From home appliances to solar panels, from ships to smartphones, if it's made, it's probably made in China. By 2024, 2 out of every 2 air conditioners, half the world's fridges, and 80% of toys were made in China. In shipbuilding, China secured 77% of global orders, a scale the rest of the world can't match. And in auto exports, it has now overtaken Japan, shipping 4.91 million vehicles last year, 60% of which were electric. The next tech superpower. If you think China only builds things, you're missing the big picture. China is now a tech rule setter, not just a follower. It leads the world in 5G with over 4.25 million base stations, covering more than 60% of the planet's infrastructure. Huawei's patents in this space are unmatched. China produces 75% of all smart devices worldwide, and BOE, a single Chinese firm, owns nearly 69% of the global LCD panel market. In supercomputing, Chinese systems like Tianhe and Sunway consistently top global benchmarks. In quantum computing, the Zhucheng Z3 has achieved 105 qubits and outpaces classical computers by 100 million times in specific tasks. Meanwhile, AI is exploding, with China home to 168 major AI models, the largest number in the world, and growing almost quarterly. In 2023 alone, China filed 1.64 million invention patents, nearly half of the global total. The green giant. While most countries debate the future, China is building it. In 2023, it invested $676 billion in clean energy, nearly 40% of global investment. Today, 4 out of every 4 solar panels, more than half the world's global turbines, and over 31.4 million EVs are from China. In fact, BYD sold more EVs than Tesla, making China the largest electric car producer and consumer on Earth. But it doesn't stop there. China also controls the raw materials. It holds 70% of global rare earth production and 92.35% of refining capacity. Its mining sector covers 173 types of minerals, with top 5 reserves globally in 45 of them. This allows China to dominate not just the factories, but the supply chains behind them. Self-sufficient by design. China isn't just resource-rich, it's resource-secure. With 2,000 oil and gas fields, 173 types of minerals, and top 3 global reserves in over 30 categories, it's building the world's most vertically integrated economy. It controls 70% of global rare earth production, including 97.8% of global heavy rare earths, the kind essential for EVs, satellites, and fighter jets. From lithium in Sichuan to graphite in Heilongjiang, China owns the mining rights, the refining plants, and the processing tech. Why does this matter? Because in the age of AI, batteries, and space tech, resources are power, and China has locked in its supply. The planet's mega builder. When China builds, the world takes notes. It operates the largest high-speed rail network on Earth, over 45,000 kilometers, connecting 98% of major cities. That's more track than the rest of the world combined. It builds a skyscraper every 5 days, has more superbridges than any other nation, and lays 5G fiber faster than any country in history. In fact, by 2024, China was pouring more concrete every 2 years than the US had in the entire 20th century. And the Belt and Road Initiative? It's not just diplomacy, it's hardwiring the world. Over 150 countries have signed on. Through ports, railways, and power plants, China is exporting infrastructure at a scale never before attempted. Cashless, borderless, limitless. China skipped the credit card era and leapt straight into QR code capitalism. Over 90% of urban transactions now happen via WeChat Pay or Alipay, turning smartphones into wallets, banks, and IDs. Its e-commerce ecosystem is the largest on Earth, over $3.5 trillion in 2023, with platforms like Taobao, Pinduoduo, and JD processing millions of orders per second. In rural villages, people are selling local honey and silk across oceans in real time. It's also building its own digital currency, the eCNY, making China the first major power to launch a central bank digital currency with real-world scale. This isn't just economic modernization, it's a financial revolution. The world's trading master. China now trades with over 230 countries and regions and has been the largest goods trading nation for 6 years straight. Its top partners, the US, ASEAN, the EU, South Korea, and Japan. But it's also building new bridges with Latin America, Africa, and the Middle East, offering roads, ports, and power in exchange for influence, trust, and resources. And in 2020, China signed the RCEP, the world's largest free trade agreement, linking 30% of global GDP. It's also joined the BRICS expansion, deepening ties with rising powers like Brazil, Russia, India, and South Africa. The goal? To shape the rules of global trade, not just play by them. The cities of tomorrow. China's urban transformation is unlike anything in human history. In just 30 years, 850 million people moved from countryside to city. Today, it has 105 cities with over 1 million residents, more than the entire Western Hemisphere combined. Cities like Shenzhen, Chengdu, and Chongqing are now global tech and finance hubs. Entire smart cities like Xing'an are being built from scratch with AI-run transit, cloud-managed utilities, and zero-emission zones. This isn't just growth, it's planned society. With its Hukou system, social credit networks, and mass surveillance grid, China blends urbanization with control, engineering a population for productivity and order. The Silk Road 2.0. China's influence isn't just economic, it's cultural. Through Confucius Institutes, global media, TikTok, and billion-dollar investments in film and education, China is projecting soft power across continents. Its ancient philosophies, Confucianism, Taoism, and Buddhism, now sit beside smart cities and space labs. From Chinese New Year festivals in Paris to Mandarin immersion schools in Africa, the world is hearing China's voice in more than just trade deals. Even Hollywood is adjusting scripts for Chinese audiences because box office success increasingly depends on Beijing approval. So what exactly is the country of China? It's a contradiction and a colossus, a 5,000-year-old civilization running on AI, a communist state operating a capitalist engine, a central planner in a world of free markets, a builder of roads that lead both outward and right back to itself. It's rising, it's restless, it's ready. And whether you admire it, fear it, challenge it, or want to understand it, you can't ignore it. This is China.